We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hello. Another Peasant chat. This time on subscriber only mode. Yes, we're going to get rid of the riffraff that don't even have the ability to hit the subscribe button. So you're poor, but you don't subscribe. You don't get the chat. That's just how it is. Sorry, I'm not on here to give out free shit for the peasants. If you're a peasant and you don't want to pay, but you don't subscribe, you don't get the chat. So you want to chat, you want to become part of the crew here, then you're going to have to simply click a subscribe button. Not a members only, subscribe button. So today we're going to talk about two new records that Lund Racing was part of. And I want to make sure I make that distinction. I don't believe that we are the only people involved in setting a record. It takes a team. When it comes to the Grey Goose, that's 100% Lund Racing. But the engine, the chassis stuff is also, you have to mention those people. So I want to make sure that me, Alejandro Flores, make sure that we include everyone that's involved, but the tuning aspect is 100% up to Lund Racing. Before we do that, before we talk too much shit, before we get after it, we want to do the same thing we do always, is thank the sponsors, because the sponsors keep the disco ball moving. That's right, we got PMass, Nick James PMass, Nick James up in Michigan. We're gonna mess around with some stuff on PMass's stuff when it comes to the boosted stuff, now that I'm gonna put a fuel system in the White 19. 2-Auto Solution, Rami Zaidan, 2-Auto Solution, the best shop in Puerto Rico, period, for late model, domestic stuff, Chevy, Ford, whatever. That's the guy to go to, plain and simple. The Parts Farm, partsfarm.com, YDBT at checkout. You get a little bit of a discount, and you can buy wheels, exhaust, you name it. Go to the Parts Farm. Don't even bother with Facebook Marketplace. It's just a total shit show there. Doma Got Cookies. DomaGotCookies.com. Gotta order some cookies. My little lady wants to have her co-workers enjoy the Doma Got Cookie Love, so I'll make an order by tomorrow. And Calimer, Ben Calimer Transmission. I'm going to send him a deposit for the transmission. It is big boy money, and I'm going to affirm that shit. So we'll see what all happens there. So let's say hi to the people, and we'll get after Clean 93 GT, JD Swag, Clip Clop the Horse, Wesley Stewart, Rich 50, Boosted, Gems NJ, I'm Hung Solo, Angel Espinal, Gregory Upvich, Ruben Salazar, Nitrous and Bi-Supplies, Made of Stone 45, Nat Jew, Robert Kenny, Hot Metal, Matt 2011 GT, Clip Clop the Horse, Ian Oz, Stang Mode, I'm here, not wanting to pay, yay, but at least you're a subscriber, that's a good thing. Modless, Saturday Crusher says, Lund Racing is King Daddy. I don't know how you can't look at that two recent passes and say that Lund Racing isn't at the absolute top of their game. I love how people say we dropped off. I love how people say that we don't know NA stuff. Really? NA stuff? We could do with our eyes closed. It's you guys that are not okay with blowing your shit up and you want to run nitro. And then you're out there going full weight, racing guys that are gutted and saying that they're better tuners, but you're actually racing a guy that's 300 pounds lighter than you. And then you go, well, maybe let me switch tuners. Then your motor blows up and you have a Pikachu face, you dumb son of a bitch. Greg, Garage Build Coyote, JPL, Rich 50, Ashton, Evil Twin, GT350, Made of Stone, Ked, Alan Gutierrez, David, S550, Meek, L6F. After Cletus Dino Session with Lon, get after Cletus Dino Session. I will talk about that. Coyote Kelly, Timothy Garens, Pure B58 Powered, Ray Tyler, Alexi B, Ken McAllister, Ashton, Coyote Kelly, and all the usual suspects. So let's talk about the records first, then the Cletus Dino Session, then we'll get to your bullshit comments. So Brian Luna, Mexico Racing League, he has been friends with Aldo for a while, and Aldo built his turbo kit, and I think primarily takes care of the build. I know his other guy, Richard, Richard is the main wrench. I would say he's the crew chief. And Aldo is like the guy that fucks with the turbo, the boost controller and the turbo kit side of things, and also like a lead tech. But I would think Richard Cadinez would be like the crew chief in that situation, in my opinion. And I think that team is so on top of their shit. It's not even funny. Imagine if we have multiple people that are willing to data log, have no ego. Look, everyone has an ego. When you get to a certain part or a certain level, you gotta have an ego because you're just that successful at stuff. So an ego comes along with the program. But the egos don't get in the way of the actual end goal. And they email tune. Brian Luna runs the show. Brian Luna is professional. Aldo's professional. Builds a badass kit. Everyone is on top of their game, and they go out there. And when Lund Racing asks them to make a change, they make it. They don't fight back. They don't sit there and go, well, we don't think. Well, I think. Well, you shut up, please. The people that listen and have constructive criticism and input usually are the quickest. And if we had shops and teams that acted like that group of guys, everybody would be fast, everybody would be successful. But the problem is a lot of people get ego. They think there's more left in the tune. They think there's more power left. Send me another 200 RPM shift. Send me this, send me more this, send me more timing. And when we have so much data to say, no, you just have to get on top of the ball and do what we ask you to do, that's when they usually have the best success. And shout out to Mexico Racing League, Aldo Welds, everyone involved. A 695 pass in a S550 IRS car, TKM motor, Power Glide transmission, G-Force 9-inch rear end, if I'm not mistaken. So let's take a look at that run. And this is when you really start to notice how some of these cars need a rear wing badly. Now, Brian Luna's run looked dangerous as fuck to me. If you actually take a look at this run, it's woo, but he took the long way to 695. He didn't take the short way to 695. Check it out.
$201 $69. What is that? Let me ask Aldo.
So that's Richard, Aldo. Shout out to this guy for the killer track prep. This is the last year this track is going to be around. So go out with a bang. Go out with a bang. Texas 2K last year, the whole 9 yards at this track. This track should go out with a bang. But look at how happy Aldo is.
1 to the 64.
Oh my God, bro.
What is?
Look, that's I'm really happy for that whole squad, the whole team. They're good people, and just really happy they were able to make it happen at that track rental tip, pretty early on, and they succeeded. Then the next day, Lund Racing went to the track, and again, a lot of people that know fuck all about racing think that the Grey Goose sits like Brett LaSalle's car or something like that. It does not. It does not. It has a 6R80 transmission. It's a little heavier. Nothing against Brett, because a lot of people want to make this. No, it does not. It looks the same, but when you see what's happening, it's got a Ford Racing control pack. Ford Racing. Again, I don't know how Ford Racing isn't rolling out the red carpet to Lund Racing. I don't know who at Lund Racing doesn't understand what we are helping to do with your product, Ford. Ford, you're not doing this. You're not doing this. You're not doing anything close to this. You're out there putting wine stickers on Mustangs and calling them badass. But they should be rolling out the red carpet. But they're not, because, I don't know, maybe it's adversarial. I don't know. I don't get it. So anyway, Lund Racing goes out there with the Grey Goose that weighs like 3,500 pounds, maybe 34. A 6R80 with a 4R200 hub and a Ford Racing Gen 2 control system, similar to what a factory ECU is, minus the body control stuff, minus the ABS stuff. It's literally the exact same operating system that you would have on a Gen 2 Mustang. So 4R200 trans built by 4R200 6R80 built by Jake at Power by the Hour. It's got a blacklist chassis. Basically, they have the whole rear end 9-inch, and it's still a 3-link. Remember, guys, this is a 3-link. It is not a 4-link suspension. A lot of people see the sucked-in rear end and 9-inch, and they go, "Oh, 4-link." No, it still has that big single upper control arm. So they went out there, and I think their previous best was, 729 or 7.3. And they went out there and, flexed their muscle a little bit. I'll show the whole video so everyone is aware of what's happening here. Look at that power wheelie. Holy shit. 11360. Sheesh. So, now this is a very good, for those of you that really know how to read time slips. 11329 to the 330. 454 to the 8th. 158 mile an hour. Now, we think that there's something off with their clocks because no way this car only went 190. 190 is a 200 mile an hour pass. So we think something's up with the left lane. A lot of people supposedly said, hey man, your mile an hour is way off because Senior's Draggy showed 197. But if you know how to read a slip, you know this right here from the 8th. If you were an 8th mile racer, you'd go, fuck. This thing is nasty. Just nasty. So this thing will go 6s. And remember, 6R80, Circle D converter, power by the hour transmission. You know, so if you were to say, if it had a glide in it and a properly sized converter, this being a 680, 670 car. I mean, I have no doubt it'd be cutting 1.0s, 109, and be probably a high 80 car when it's all said and done at 200 miles an hour. So shout out to Lund Racing for resetting the 6R80. And yes, just because it has a 4R200 hub does not negate the fact that it is a 6R80. And if you can complain all you want that Lund Racing shows up and you're like, it's not in the spirit of the class because you have all 6 speeds, it's real simple. Configure your shit better. If it is a run what you brung class, configure your shit better. Just because Lund Racing decides to configure their shit better than yours doesn't make them cheaters. It makes them better at the 6R80 game than you are. So a lot of you saw the video of John Jr. going to the Freedom Factory to tune a 4-wheel drive single turbo F-150 that Garrett Mitchell bought. The best thing about that video, because I did have to watch the whole video, is how professional Junior sounds. He sounds like, hey, how are you? Yes, this much boost should make that much. Calm. Did you hear yeedle a deedle a seedle a derpin? Nope. Did you hear all this dumb shit? Nope. You heard straight facts. Blow off valve might be this. Turbo might be that. It'll make 950, made 950. It'll make 800, made 800. It'll make 1,000, made 1,000. Trans brake stuff is really stupid on a 4-wheel drive F-150 because you will break the transfer case and the transmission. So people out there, why doesn't Lund Racing tune the paddle shifter? Shh, please be quiet. It makes 8 pounds of boost foot braking. The Midnight guys are out there making hits on a foot brake 2-step situation. So please stop talking about paddle trans brake gayness because all that does is break shit. So thank God Junior was there as the adult in the room and said, actually, I really should start mentioning James as an adult in the room because anytime you hear anything that makes sense, it's usually coming from James' mouth, right? So I think John was a good idea for him to go down there and actually tune the truck in person. He saw that the boost controller was weird. He saw that it was making more boost than it really should. It had a weird spike, and I think that's just a byproduct of the kit. The kit's probably, not exactly great. It probably should get some custom twin setup or something like Manuel has, like a custom twin setup, get a badass transmission, and go out there and run high 8s all the time. Don't aim for 7s. Do not aim for 7s on that situation. But did you guys see that, again, Garrett is surprised that these Coyotes make power? Like, everyone is surprised these Coyotes make 800 with the fucking 14 PSI, 13 PSI. And they're like, what's going on here? The same thing that's been going on since 2011. Coyotes being the kings of horsepower for minimal mods. It's been like that since 2011. LS guys have been denying it. LS guys have had their head in the sand. LS guys are they're too busy in the junkyard getting yet another 5.3 to realize a bone stock Gen 2 and up Coyote with boost and fuel can make 800, 900, 1,000, not sustained, but it'll make it. If you stud it, ring gap it properly, I guarantee it'll last at least a season. Look at Corey Grayley's car. That thing is over 1,000 and it's at studs. I think he might have touched up the rings a little bit for boost, and the thing just straight gets it with like a Hellion twin turbo kit. And he's like, what's going on? I got it. So when you look at Cletus's stuff in his comments, holy shit, you want to lose brain cells and hope for humanity? Read his comments. You should just keep pumping out the Chevy content. This Ford stuff is crap. Oh, the Ford stuff that just makes power? The truck that beat his Pro-Charged built Corvette? The Crown Vic that somehow still survives and it's the only car in the fleet that hasn't totally ate the motor up? That shitty Ford content? So I'm kind of blown away that in the comments, people don't realize, or they are in denial, that Ford stuff outshines Chevy stuff like a motherfucker. I'm a good example. I got an LS9 in the car. Trust me, if that had a Gen 2 Coyote with boost, it's a wrap. We'd be done. We'd be done talking all this dumb shit. But now I got to spend thousands of dollars to cool it because of the IAT issue, port it to death, cam it, potentially port and massage the cylinder heads. Whereas a Coyote, I drop it in, boost, fuel, done. So I'm a great example of what it takes for an LS9 in a very light car. The only reason that car is fast is because it's very light and it's got a really good transmission. That motor in a Fox body and a Coyote in a Fox body, I'd rather do a Coyote because it's just boost and fuel and we're running 8s. And we proved it in my Fairmont. It's real simple. So we'll talk about all that stuff. And you're starting to see a lot of people wanting to get on the F-150 bandwagon. And in my opinion, it's because Manuel and his guys must have mopped up somewhere, maybe a Street Outlaws show or something. And everyone's like, God damn it, I have to potentially get on this train. My shit's for sale. Look, my truck has been for sale. I'm going to make a video today or tomorrow, a complete for sale video, because I have absolutely made up my mind that that truck has to go. It serves zero purpose for this channel. Nobody cares. Maybe 3 Mexicans care about that truck. So it's got to go. But yeah, all of a sudden people are asking, you see Boosted GT was talking about, wow, Ford merely missed the ball making this a lightning da-da-da. Ford doesn't give a fuck, Boosted. And are you still not aware that Ford, in terms of performance stuff, it doesn't really give a shit anymore? I wonder if Boosted understands that Ford gives 2 shits about making V8 stuff fast anymore. Like the Raptor was a great example. Dodge had a Raptor out. I'm sorry, Dodge had a TRX out for years. 4 years. And the Raptor R comes out and it still is not as good as a TRX in many metrics. And what is the metric we give a fuck about? Acceleration. You ain't towing with that. You ain't pre-running with that. TRX is tunable now. So can you tune on a Raptor? Who knows? It's not a regular F-150. It's a fucking Raptor. Where is it? Yeah, it's not a regular F-150.
Ain't no regular F-150, this a fucking Raptor.
Yeah. And it gets beat by a TRX. So, yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk some shit. Talk about Cletus's truck. We'll see. It'll probably run like a 960, 940 by the time it's all said and done because it's 4-wheel drive. I don't think that turbo setup is good for that truck. You need the twin turbo setup. Twin turbo setup, manual trans, and that thing is going to go 890s and that's, or 9.0s, and that's where it should stop. Like, if you were a very smart guy with an F-150, you throw an Odin or a Whipple on it and run 950s, 940s and be okay. The moment you start going to the 8s and 12, 13, 1400 horsepower and up, you better stock up on 10R80s and drive shafts and transfer cases. Yeah, Murder Nova's building an F-150 now, right? And the problem is he probably is going to look at it from like a racer standpoint. Why don't I just throw a big Whipple on it? Well, I wouldn't throw a 3.8 Whipple on an F-150 if you paid me. You would do twin turbos, and he's going to probably throw a Turbo 400 in it because they now make a transfer case for Turbo 400s. And then what? Like, what are you doing then? And who's going to tune it? Are you just going to say, I don't want to go the stock ECU route because I want control in case I want to tune it on the street? Nope. Nope. then Murder Nova might as well just put a fucking Proline motor in it with a turbo 400 and something you can tune and something you're familiar with. But if you want to get on the street game stuff, you listen to what Lund Racing tells you. Twin turbo, midnight trans, OEM tuning from Lund Racing. That's it. And if you're not happy with those choices, you can simply get yourself a 481X, turbo 400, badass transfer case, and do whatever you want with that truck. But you're either going to listen to us. Look, there is no other option for fast trucks. And if there is, it's such a, like, there's other options to get tuned for really fast trucks, but they're so far behind in this aspect, in terms of the speed aspect, in terms of the figuring out process and the trans stuff, that you'd have you're going to spend a lot of money to be up to par with what's currently out there with Manuel and Lund Racing's stuff. So why not just get on the fucking bandwagon and make the truck lighter? Hey, this white guy here, the Mama Loner content. Okay. Look, that truck, nobody cares. You guys, for people out there that want me to keep the truck, you want me to keep a $500 payment that nobody watches. I don't want to Whipple on it because there's nothing awesome about Whipple content on a truck. What the fuck am I going to prove with a Whipple on that truck? That it runs 9s like every other Whipple truck? What am I going to prove by putting a VMP Odin on it? That it runs 8s or high 9s? Or sorry, high 8s, low 9s like every other Odin or Whipple truck? The truck doesn't tow well. It doesn't drive well. That truck, to me, is just a clout thing. And I bought that truck to help a friend further his turbo kit. I got left hanging there. Then we were still going to put a turbo kit in it, and I got left hanging on the mechanical end of things. I don't trust any techs here to get shit done. Do you know how much content I could give you guys if I wasn't wrenching on the cars? Like, I spend most of my time wrenching now. It fucking sucks when I could be interviewing people, building studios, giving somebody money. I could give you probably $30,000 to $40,000 a year in building stuff. But people are just not going to prioritize me or not going to be on my schedule. Then I got to wrench on it myself because motherfuckers are out there. Apparently, they got so much money and they don't need work that all good. I'll do it myself. I got a Corvette to fuck with, the GT500. I got all these cars, and I don't have any techs anywhere near me that I trust. And people from like Las Vegas and this and that, they hear, hey, come to me. Come to you? You want me to ship my car to Vegas so you can install a fuel system in it? Are you psycho? I'd rather just wrench on it myself. But I got left hanging. I got left hanging on the truck mechanically and in terms of putting a kit on it. So it just sits. That truck just sits. I'm looking at it every day. I'm like, I don't even drive the fucking thing. It's not a good truck to drive in. It's not comfortable. You can't lean back. It's just a 4-wheel drive heavy Mustang at this point, and it's not. I don't need it, so it's got to go. It's got to go. And for those of you who hit me up in my DMs about it, when you ask me how many miles are on it and how much, and I've said it 15 times, look. If you don't got the money, just say you don't got the money. Don't say the bank this, the bank that, the bank this. When I wanted the ZR1, I got the ZR1. I didn't say anything stupid. I didn't even haggle price. Ask Daniel, hey, how much you want? This. Okay, and I worked on my end, and then I said, here, got the funding, let's go. But everyone on Instagram's like, how much? How many miles? What's wrong with it? Bro, shut up. You either want it or not. Like, literally, you're gonna chop it up. You're gonna chop it up, put a Whipple, Odin, or twin turbos on it, and you give a fuck about its Carfax history report? Man, shut up, stupid. The appeal to the LSs are the affordability. Again, Nick, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about because let's say you have a 5.3. You got to put heads, cam, turbos to make it even worthwhile. A Coyote, you just buy it and put whatever power adder to it. I don't understand it. Junior being calm and professional kind of made the usual Cletus crew look a bit childish. Aha. Did you see how he was just like, hey, how are you? Sure. And they were like, yeah, boy, unit, burnout. And Junior was like, That's what happens when an adult is in the room. Your boy Troy says, getting ESS G3X in a few months for my 18 GT is silently dual fuel pumps. Okay. I love you. I love the $50 you give me. Very nice of you. When have I ever mentioned that fuel system for you to buy? Like, when have I ever mentioned that fuel system as, yep, buy that. It's badass. If you're a fan of the show, if you've been around a long time, you know there's only one fuel system I even think about on Mustangs, and it is a 4 Innovations fuel system. Now I know what you're going to say, but that one is $2,100. This one's $1,300. Well, imagine buying it twice. Imagine $1,300 and then another $2,100 on top of it. That's what's going to happen if you don't buy the 4 Innovation stuff first. Plain and simple. If I were you, I would get FIC 1440s, forgo 1200s. I will repeat, forgo 1200s. And I don't care if FIC gets mad at me. The data on the 1000s and the 1440s is better. 1200s, not a fan. McLeod RXT, cool. So it's gonna drive like a dump truck. So you're gonna have an on-off switch for a clutch. You're gonna have a fuel system that's lacking, and injectors that need about 6 or 7 revisions to get right. How about you get a 4 Innovations fuel system, ID 1300s or FIC 1440s, and a Mantic clutch? Like, who have you been listening to with these suggestions? Not this show. I know for a fact, not this show. I like the truck content, but I understand why it does make sense for the channel. It doesn't. You like the truck content. What truck content? There is no truck content here. Yeah, no, it's all good, your boy, but come on, man. If you're a fan of this show, I have never mentioned that fuel system, the other fuel system. I don't even want to mention it because the guy's an okay guy. But, like, why would you ever even think of getting that fuel system? Oh, true. We have to get out of here. Always 4 Innovations, exactly. Did you see 337 Speed YouTube channel use your 0-1 shifting clip and their 0-1 correct video? Poppy Alex looking thick. Yeah, look, I'm not going to do a copyright strike on you if you use my stuff. Like, I'm literally never gonna do a copyright strike if you use my stuff. If you're a YouTuber out there and you could see a clip that I'm using, just simply give credit where it's due. Put from YDBT4 Live for Alex Racing channel or Alex Flores channel. That's it. Because if you want to use, I have so much content that it can be used by other channels that I'm sure that they're like, man, I don't want them to do a copyright strike. I'm not going to do a copyright. I'm not a bitch ass hoe. Go ahead, use it. Just give credit where it's due. People will eventually find out where I'm at. It's a 350, nothing good about it. I've seen people run out of pumps at 680 on a Vortec car. Just go for. Actually, what's happening here? Oh, you're talking about the other fuel system. Correct. The other fuel system is a GT350 fuel system. And I don't know why, but on GT350s, they can make about 800 on E85 at low boost. But I think it has to do with the fact that the GT350 has a fuel rail pressure sensor, whereas Coyotes don't. And it can modulate the pulse width of the injectors based on fuel pressure. So maybe you have a little bit of wiggle room there. But on Coyotes, I wouldn't put that fuel system on. It's a trans built. What trans built? On my truck? Why the fuck would I build the trans on a stock truck? People always have the money to do it right the second time. Hey, Alex, appreciate the years of free info back in the Coyote game. Just picked up a 19 Bullet this week for trade-in values. Deals are out there. Picking up a Lund tune soon. Look, my options are trading the truck, but guys, I would be. Okay, so how long have I had the truck? Maybe let's say a year. Let's do some math, okay? Let's do some math on that truck. Calculator. So let's say my payments are. Let's say my payments are $500 a month times 12. And then I put $5,000 down on the truck. Actually, I am one of those guys that actually put a decent chunk of change, plus $5,000. That's $11,000 that I down the fucking drain. And trade-in value on that truck is maybe $20,000 on that truck. Trade-in value. So I'd like to sell it to a private party for about $28,000. And that means I would still lose $1,000. Like on the whole situation, I lose $1,000. The truck didn't give me any content. Nobody cared. And I'm like, okay, it went 12.2. Nobody cared. But then someone goes out there and guts a truck, tells you it's just the tuning, runs 10s, and you guys believe that. Okay, I'm being straight up with you guys. No stock weight truck with just tuning is gonna go 10s. No stock weight truck with just tuning is gonna go 10s. So you can think all you want, but I guarantee you removed all the seats, you removed the bumper, you removed the trailer hitch, you removed the tailgate. You did a lot of weight modifications to an F-150s in order for it to run 10s NA, because you can't do it otherwise. I am one of those guys that goes, let's see how far the tuning can take me. And I think realistically, with a converter, let's say a Cobra Jet converter, good gears, and maybe a leaving high and on a cold day, 1140, 1130 is probably possible. But then I'm going to hit a wall, and then I'm going to have to remove weight. It's almost 2 years, right? So add another $3,500 to that whole situation. I have spent $14,000 on that truck, and it got me nothing. Now I go to Jake and I go, hey Jake, I'm gonna sell the truck. Oh, you need a truck. I go, really? It sits. It sits for months. It just sits there doing nothing. Guess which car has the most mileage in the last year? The Corvette. The Corvette has a lot more miles. Now, recently, the white car is getting a lot more miles because it's become super fun to drive. So, this truck situation did not work out, and that's okay. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Take it as a learning lesson on that point. Do what you want on the channel, not what people say exactly. So, what a lot of people are like, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And the notch was the best thing I ever did for me because it gives me something to tinker on. It's frustrating, but it gives me something to tinker on. And there's a lot of content to be had on that car. And I'm actually enjoying it. And if I have to sell it, I'm going to make money on that car. If you guys want me to buy a C8 Z06 and go $150,000 in debt so that 5,000 of you can watch the video of me revving it and doing 60 to 130, that makes no fucking sense. I'm going to go old school. I saw the 3.7 speed video. They did list your name on the video. Yep, and I appreciate that. Look, they can use any of my videos. Again, I give permission to any YouTuber out there to use my videos as long as they're shown in a good light. If you're going to go out there and punk on my shit, I'm going to have issues, but I probably still won't copyright it because that's weak shit in my opinion. But as long as you give credit to the channel where you got that video from, I'm cool. What's the fastest F-150 NA truck? 1055? I think so. Channel support. Highly recommended new members to go back and forth and watch the basic videos you did 10 months ago. I've learned so much from watching the old videos. So I get a lot of requests from people that say, you should do a video on this. And I go, I have covered that. Not only have I covered that, I've covered that multiple times. And I think people just want me to make a video for them. When the channel has over 1,000 videos. Like, let me ask you guys a question. How many videos do you think... Let me go to my channel. Let me see. Your channel. I think I have over 1,000 videos. Let me see. 331 watching. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't say about. No, let's see the about section. Stats. Joined. 17 million views. Fuck me. It doesn't say how many videos I got. I think it's like 1,000 something videos I got. Doesn't that suck? Why doesn't it tell me how many videos I got? Like a count. Oh, that's gay shit. Wow, that's so weird. Why don't you just tell me about the fucking manage videos? You would think there'd be a counter like, hey, by the way, you have 1,100 videos. No, it doesn't say. Interesting. Anyway, I probably have over 1,000 videos, and I guarantee you haven't seen a quarter of them. Like, not at all. But people out there, you need to make a video on tuning. I'm like, excuse me? You need to make a video on E85. I'm like, excuse me? I've made multiple versions of those videos. Update on GT500. Okay, I'll give you a quick update on the GT500. Hold on, let me get to the comments. Hello, folks. Did you see Murder Nova on F-150? I think they're using Tricky Performance in Oklahoma. Yeah, go for it, buddy. Hey, Sean, you're going to learn the hard way. Have you heard of them? He's bragging that they're a good shop and they changed the oil pump gears already. Okay, Sean, you are going to learn the hard way. You're going to learn the hard way. I get it. You want to be there. The best is not there. The best is in Florida, period. I briefly looked at caliber MT82s. Will trans hold what I'm shooting for, or will it instantly grenade? I don't know what you're going for. You got to make one long statement so that I get all the information possible. I understand you gave me money, but I can only answer the questions, and I can't scroll back to see what you answered, what you said previously. Test OPGs on the truck, right. ESS F-150 would have been cool to see, but I wouldn't have waited as long as you did. Truck didn't work out, but you got to do what makes sense. So, Pito Chiquito, the reason I went ahead and said, let me sell the truck is because I had a email conversation back and forth with Brevin, and I'm just going to move on from the truck because, he's going to do some development on the kit. He's going to do some stuff, and it's going to take a couple more months. And even if I still have the truck in a couple more months, the wind has already been out of the sails. Like, Vortec did the same thing. Vortec said they were working on a kit. I didn't hear shit for 6 or 8 months, and I'm like, then guys, don't say you're gonna, say you got it. Don't say I'm gonna, say I got it. And then, okay, I'll push this stuff. And I've been a victim of that already with the truck. The truck was literally a victim of trying to help out a friend push a turbo kit. He saw they had no meat on the bone 3 months after I bought the truck. And I went, and then he said, no, we'll still build the kit. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then when it came to the tech working on it, crickets. And I went, or you guys saw, this shit just wasn't getting done. Shit wasn't getting done. How is it that a guy, a dumb Puerto Rican like me in an apartment complex with 2 garages has done the stator, pulled the trans multiple times, got the motor out of there in 7 hours, put in an ESS kit, swapped the blower pulley on the LS9, put in an exhaust? Like, how is it that a guy in an apartment complex just gets shit done? And I don't want to do that, guys. I hate working on cars. It's the worst thing on the planet. I'd rather pay someone to do it. I'm more than happy to pay someone to do it. But motherfuckers aren't looking to work anymore. What happened to the United States where you bust your ass and get to work? No, it's gone. People want to hang out. People want to hang out and just do shit. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm here to get to work. The bank helmet deposit is for the GT500. What transmission did you choose? I've missed some. No, don't worry about it. You're not gonna know. You're not gonna know until I got it. What size injectors and fuel pumps do you recommend for 03 Cobra? Bye. What will you put as a safe horsepower and torque limit on a stock Gen 2 Voodoo? Safe horsepower limit is high 700s, low 800s. I wouldn't push. Okay, can you make 1,000? Yes. Can you make 800? Yes. Can you make 900? Yes. You said safe. So high 700s, low 800s. Exactly like my GT. Like, if I want to be safe, 800, 790, cool. If I have another motor ready to go in, I'd push it to 900 and up. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, so many comments. Alex needs an OnlyFans. 1.1 thousand vids, says Donovan Sims. The search tab has an unlimited power, right? As practical as they seem, vets are really enjoyable to drive. As impractical as they seem, they're really enjoyable to drive. 1.1 thousand videos. So go to Cletus's channel. Can someone do me a favor? Go to Cletus's channel. Show me how many videos he's got. Show me how many videos 1320 videos got. Show me how many other videos any other popular YouTuber has. I said popular because I'm not popular. So much free content, it's Coyote Library. Would you interview a motorcycle tuner? Fuck no. Why the fuck would I do that? What in the fuck what am I going to get from a motorcycle tuner? Hey man, what's going on, bro? So what I did was I put the injectors here and then I went fuck out of here, bro. What the fuck am I going to get from a motorcycle tuner? How's the IAT on the white car? Getting a G3X, 115 pulley, and Sunoco 260, but this intercooler efficient enough for South Florida summers? Yes, I haven't had an issue with the intercooler at 120 millimeter pulley, so we'll see what a 115 does. And again, you're not constantly doing watt pulls, dude. You're not constantly doing watt pulls. It's going to be like 5 degrees above ambient cruising. Again, intercooler is not an issue unless it's a watt thing. Back to back to back, and it stays at 160, okay, you might have a really inefficient intercooler. But if you're cruising, it's probably 5 degrees above ambient. I want your chat to decide for me, Coyote or LS swap 4i Fox. Already have 30,000 for parts. Come on, man, stop it. You know what the fucking answer is. Stop it. We would never LS swap anything in this chat. I'm far from rich, but I paid a shop for install, especially after spending all that money on parts. Exactly. I'm not dumb at all, Jared, especially if you got a T56. Make sure to get the truck SEMA certified before you sell it. Value will skyrocket. And the truck will be sold with a Lund Flex tune and a little bit of a firmer shifting, and shifts will happen at 7,500. But this is what's going to happen. My Instagram is going to be full of people that Ask many. Look, Instagram is no different than Facebook Marketplace. They ask. I had a guy ask, "Yo, I'm interested in the truck. Here's the price." Crickets. So I'm not actively advertising it. Don't ask me questions about the truck. You either have the money or you don't. And that's how you get a hold of me. I have money. I want your truck. Money won't make itself. As soon as I get up there in the garage working till my second job at 5 p.m., I do it 5 days a week. Crotch Rocket. JD Swag looking at 05 Visa. Okay, whatever. Would you interview Cletus? Hear me out. You can ask anything you want. He will never answer my questions. He'll never. Look, I don't want to interview him because I want real. Not that saying he's fake, but he's not a real redneck from Florida. Okay? He's not a real redneck from Florida putting on an accent. He's an educated guy that came from a very good family and makes good money, and he plays a character that is a dumbass hick that does LS stuff. Great. What the hell am I going to ask him? Hey, how did you decide to say dumb shit so you can make money? He's not going to say, well, I saw a lot of dumb motherfuckers LS swapping their cars, and I thought, let me be the biggest, dumbest motherfucker LS swapping cars. No, he's going to say, well, I just wanted to have a little fun, and I'm Florida man, and this and this and that. And I'm like, bro, get out of here. No, I need real shit. And he's very successful, but I need real shit on this chat. 1320 has 2,300 vids. There you go. I'll shut up. Why does Hennessy charge? Who cares? It's Hennessy. It's Hennessy, dude. Like, Hennessy, anyone, like Arabs are my fucking favorite people on the fucking planet. Oh, wait till Hennessy gets a hold of the Raptor. Shut up. Wait till Hennessy gets a hold of the Z06. Shut up. That is a place that puts badges and Whipple-tuned, like if they say they have a 1,000 RR package or something like that, it's probably a Whipple tune. By the way, shout out to Coyote tuners using Whipple tune as base files for turbo trucks. Good shit. ESS is releasing the G4 intercooler. But Alex, motorcycles vibrate the bitch right away. Cleat has 1.2 thousand videos. There you go. If you have all the money for a Coyote, do it. Coyote swap the world, motherfucker. Cletus has 1.2 thousand videos. Which car do you have the most fun driving? The white Corvette or the Fox? Oh, the Corvette. Look, it's got carbon brakes. It handles really good. It accelerates really good. It has a stick. It's a two-seater. It's really difficult to say the white car is a better experience. Now, I do really enjoy the downshift rev matching. Enjoy was like love and enjoy. I do enjoy the downshift rev matching of the white car. By the way, I have to slow down. The other day, I listened back to the video and I misspoke so many fucking times. I confused billion with million and I was like, oh my God. And that's the hard part about doing a channel by yourself. You have to do it all by yourself and no one's there to correct you. Just take it to a dealer, get your cash and be out the door, not dealing with people. Yeah, no, you don't understand. Dealers are going to go, we're going to give you $21,000 for the truck. So I'm going to walk out of there with $500. I'm good. Alex, I have a manual 11 GT that I'm putting a 400 trans in and taking out the manual pedals. If you're interested, I can send you them as something if you're interested in. Thanks for the knowledge. Curtis, I appreciate that, but I don't know what they're going to look like after you take them apart. I think the parts farm has some. I'm going to hit them up first just to see. I appreciate it, but I need everything. I need the slave. I need I think the Nemaster. I think I need the whole kit, the whole thing that makes it work. So let me hit up Parts Farm first. Let me see if they have it. Again, guys, I got a lot of fires. I got a lot of things in the fire. I got the fuel system for the GT. I want to sell the truck. I got the GT500 motor and trans. I have the Corvette stuff, and I have the Mustang notch that has fuel system and potential leak issues that I got to fix. So I have a lot of things going on at the same time. So I have to prioritize. So let me just wait. There's no rush. The GT500 is not going to be out probably till late next year. Let's be honest. That car is not going to be an NMRA. That car is not going to be a stick shift versus the world. That car is not doing anything you think it's going to do. It's going to go to test and tunes or track rentals and right back in my garage. People get annoying, keep asking, if you can't afford it, stop bothering people. No, I don't want to bug anyone until I put pieces in place. His Roman Atwood interview seemed a bit more real. Yeah, no, that I literally turned it off after 5 minutes. Garage Build Coyote, I literally turned it off. It did nothing. Said nothing. Okay, guys, you're all LS haters. Tall Starlight, do you not know this fucking channel? You want to put an LS, an inferior motor, in a Fox? Do it. Go for it, buddy. Don't sell it with the N-Gauge. I'm never going to sell my truck with the N-Gauge. Remember what happened with the red car? Always sad story, get stuff for free. Right. Junior made the whole shop look small. Yeah, Junior said the shop isn't massive. Junior's like, it's a good-sized shop, but it's not like this massive thing that you would think it is. But it's an impressive shop. It's got fast cars that come out of there, but like it's not like this big, massive, crazy thing. When he came to Australia for something that's changed his life, yeah, for the worse. Like burnout, dumb shit. Like no offense, Australia is fucking weird. They love burnouts for no fucking reason. They build 2,000 horsepower, meth injected, mechanical injected LSs with blowers out the hood to put spare tires in the back and do skids, like the most redneck shit ever. Alex, stop! They're gonna put a bomb under your car. Who's gonna put a bomb? Whipple equipped cars, no thanks. Nothing against Whipple. Alex has shown that lower IATs are achievable with a TVS. No, look, Whipple's got fine stuff with IATs. I just want to represent certain brands. You know what I mean? Like there's certain brands that I do want to represent and certain brands that I don't. And, I already did the VMP thing. I have a Whipple on my GT500. So, putting another Whipple in the truck. I probably, with the Lund connection, could probably get a free kit. But I don't want that. I literally don't want that. I just want to do something different. And I was hoping to help out my friend, and that went away. So, look, at the end of the day, this year is going to be selfish. This year is going to be 100% selfish because I tried to put people on, and it just goes away. Chris Moore is a beast. Don't know who that is. Good morning. Would you ever send the truck to get the Midnight Performance Special? No. Nothing against them. I don't want that for that truck. I want a full weight truck that maybe had Jake's kit, and it could be a fast, nice truck that you can daily and go nines. I was going to put some nice big wheels on it. It's already got a drop kit from Beltec. I was going to put, 14, 15 pounds of boost to it and run nines and have it look like a nice truck, but it just went away. See, this channel teaches you stuff. Cleater shows you his son named Little Ripper and teaches you how to drink Mountain Dew. Come on. Stop. I'd use an LS as a boat anchor, but I don't have a boat. Ask the chat, then gets butthurt after we tell him. Right. I want the chat to decide my next swap. Coyote. Oh, you just LS haters. Okay, get an LS. Get a 5.3, stuff a cam in it, stuff heads in it, stuff turbos on it, and yee your fucking life away. The fuck you want us to do? We don't care about your swap. Plain and simple. We don't give two shits about your swap. The Big Block 402 channel says, I think Cletus will jump on the Coyote bandwagon now. Hope he doesn't try tuning it like an LS. Look, I don't know. Like, all I can do is steer people in the direction I think they should go in based on logic. I'll go, look, I want to work with people that are responsible with their cars. And one thing that Garrett has shown over and over and over and over, it is that he is insanely irresponsible with his cars. He beats the ever-living shit out of them. He wants to lay on the limiter and have them live a long life. He breaks stuff constantly. He doesn't know how to be easy on his equipment. There's one thing to say, okay, when he's racing, he's fucking getting after it. Well, we're racing. But let's say your truck gets tuned and it just made 3 pulls on the dyno. By the way, did you see him put it in park while the wheels were still rolling on the dyno? See that part? See that part when the truck was going 20 miles an hour and he puts it in park and the parking paw is trying to catch it and it finally catches? So let's say it did 4 or 5 pulls on the dyno, right? Okay, so now what do you do? What do you do after you do 4 or 5 pulls on the dyno? An oil change. Like, you pull the plugs out, you make sure everything is good, and then you do an oil change. No, He puts 3 people in it, him and the pipe polisher, and someone else. I think James, who is like normal. Like he's like, to me, that guy's normal. And he proceeds to do 3 or 4 launches on wet road. And I went, I see Coyote swap Fox bodies, get whooped by LS. Again, if you're here to talk shit, bro, I'll just boot your shit, bro. You're retarded. An LS that needs a cam and heads, you're comparing it to a guy that put a bone stock Coyote in it. My Coyote swapped Mustang had stock heads, stock cam, and it went 870 at 155 in a 3,500 pound car. Show me any LS on the planet that is stock. LS3, LS9, LS7, stock cam too, that you can make 1,000 in with just boost and fuel. Go. LS. I think LTs can do it, but LS. If you're going to come in here and play that same old tired argument, it's already been debunked. When your LS god, Cletus, sees an F-150 make 800 something and the truck beat a C7 Corvette that's pro-charged, that kind of makes your case bullshit. Timothy Guerin says, Alex, very true. People don't work hard anymore. I've gotten work done at all shops over Florida. I only brag about TIG Vision. Amazing work. I agree. And they're too busy. I asked them to do work on my Fox body. They're too busy. The Coyote Fox has less work done to the motor, and I guarantee the LS Fox has gone through more parts. I guarantee. I cringed and I threw my phone across the room when he threw it in park. Dude, stop it. He really doesn't care. Dude, you can show me a guy that does any of the stuff Cleet does and expect. You can't show me a guy that does any of the stuff Cleet does and expect me to take him seriously. So I look, maybe I come across really harsh with this stuff. Maybe I come across as a hater. But one thing I'm not is wrong. I want to work with people that are going to further. Brian Luna and Aldo are great examples. They're not out there doing burnouts in the middle of the street, doing dumb shit. They're going, let's go to the track, let's see what it does, run a number, come back, get data. Repeatable. So that makes you as a tuner proud. You're so proud. Rami Zaidan's customers, I have never seen them go, well, we went street racing and did a burnout for 10 minutes. Here's a data log because now I windowed the block. I want to know what happened. Rami would yell at them. Rami would go, what the fuck are you doing? If you want your equipment to last a long time, this is how you got to treat it. So all of his customers have been read the Constitution. They've been read how to deal with Coyote Mustangs, how to deal with the tuners, how to deal with data logs. They've been read that and they follow it to a T and no issue. So that's the kind of people I want to work with. Lund Racing is their own entity. If they decide they want to work with someone that's known to blow shit up, that's fine, as long as they're told that, hey, this is how our program works. By the way, Brian Luna's car is a great example. It literally has never been seen by Lund Racing. Lund Racing has never flown to Houston, gotten in Brian Luna's car, and tuned it. It's been 100% email tuned with Aldo or Brian data logging it. So, email tune 6s. There is no LS that can do 1,000 stock. I'm an LS guy, but I'm not afraid to admit it. See, I appreciate that because we all know the truth that there is no LS on the planet that can make 1,000 stock with stock cam. Even Cletus said it in one of the chats or one of the videos, I think on the Whipple video. He's like, if I was to do this to an LS, it would just be puking oil out the bitch with a stock cam and stock heads. It'd just be hating life. And this Coyote goes, what? Oh, here it is. Bam. Here's 800. Bam. Here's 1,000 with over 900 torque. Manuel Amador says, Alex, can you do a small dig on the 19 Mustang looking for pointers? Yeah, it's just going to spin. The 19 Mustang has an Eibach Pro Kit, 20-inch wheels in the back, stock axle, stock drive shaft. It's not a dig car. It's not a dig car. So you're going to see maybe an 11.0 or a 11.2 out of it in absolutely perfect conditions. On the street, on a track, it's going to break the axles, then it's going to break the drive shaft, and after I replace those two, it's probably going to break the oil pump gears because I have to launch on a two-step with an ESS kit at 5,000 RPMs, and I have to bounce it off the rev limiter or a two-step to get there. So, like, what am I doing with that car? In order for that car to go 9s or 950 stick, I have to launch it on a two-step, get a complete drag kit from Steeda. It becomes a drag car, and that's not the intent of that car. Are we sure Cletus was not the guy in the Trinity rev limiter clip? So much respect for Aldo Weld, dude's legit. Midnight and those boys don't crank up the truck unless it's to make money or testing to be faster. Would you ever go on Cooper Brighetti's podcast? Yeah, but it won't be good. Because I would ask him most of the questions. I'd go, Cooper, let me ask you a question. Why'd you leave the whole Cletus camp? You know, like, I want to know that. And I want to get to the nitty gritty stuff. And I don't think he wants to get to the drama. I don't think he wants to get, like, he had an opportunity, in my opinion, to ask the guy from Faster Proms, hey, tell me what happened with the Buenos Dias guy and this. And because the guy was alluding to YouTube bullshit. And as far as I know, the Buenos Dias guy was his YouTube guy that went to work for Cletus. And then there has to be drama there, right? Like, there has to be some drama there. Based on personal experience. No matter if you do it with the best intentions and if it was beyond your control. There absolutely is drama there. But that's what everyone tuned in to listen to, right? How many of you looked at Cooper's podcast with the Faster Proms guy and thought, ooh, we're going to get some dirt. And you got absolutely nothing. And you have absolutely nothing. You watched the whole thing and you heard about just shit that you didn't want to hear about. Well, you want to hear the dirt. And maybe that's not what they want to do. And I totally understand. Cooper, if you're not looking to do the dirt stuff, totally get it. But all of us want the dirt. Like, all of us want the dirt. You know what I mean? So I understand why he didn't do it. But that's the other reason I wouldn't want to go on that podcast unless it was 100% real. And who the fuck am I? Let's be honest. Like, in the grand scheme of things, his channel is like an LS-ish, 2J. They won't know who the fuck I am. They're just going to think I'm the guy that flips the hat. Because they reference videos from 6 years ago that I stopped making because it was making me no money. They'll say, oh, you're the guy that flips his hat. And I'm like, oh, you're the guy that, you know, and then I can talk shit back. And it won't go well. I don't think it'll go well. I don't have anything against him. I'm just saying I don't think the interview will go well because I think he's not willing to go there. I'm willing to answer any question posed to me. Any question a podcaster wants to ask me, I will answer honestly. Alex, did Bustelo put JLT out of business? I heard Jay Tucker sold this shit, and ever since the new company bought JLT's garbage product, now copied a garbage product, and now the tuning is all over the place. So I'm like, there you go. Giovanni says, just got my ESS tune from Dakota. Can't wait to install the kit next week. I appreciate Linda. Hard work. Who's Linda? Who is Linda? Oh my God. The white car would be destroyed for daily driving once it hits the track. Exactly. I smelled YouTube drama gone stale. Yeah. All that has already been discussed on both of their channels. No. Not to the extent. Okay. Tell me exactly what happened. Because Jeremy, according to, I'm a good reader of like body language. He doesn't seem happy about the situation. And he bit his lip a lot. And I'm like, so there's obviously some underlying stuff that was never discussed. I'm pretty sure the fastest stock bottom NLS guys rebuild them after every pass. And they still need heads, cam, intake to make more power. Good morning, peasants, says Ancient Orange. James Williams says, Alex, do you think the LS3 could make power like the Coyote if it had 4 valves per cylinder, VVT, and all 4 cams? So, yeah, absolutely. Because I think the LS has the same issue the small block Ford has. It needs to move air in and out efficiently. And the Coyote cylinder head does it so good stock that in order to make 1,000 or more, you don't need to touch that head. Will it be better if you poured it and do a valve, silliness to it? Sure. But at the end of the day, I think, let's say a 5.3 bottom end designed with overhead cams absolutely will move badass air if built properly. Sure. Just here to drop a like, be back and watch here soon. I hope MRL Mustang goes even faster, knowing a Mustang can go 6s. So I have thoughts on that too. I told the guys that Brian should just park it. And this is the real talk of Mustang stuff. 690 is so fast that the respect is there. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. You're done. If you want to go faster, I think you should do it in a chassis that is built for that. I get it. You want to see how fast you can take the platform, but you're going to start seeing ridiculous power wheelies, ridiculous, dangerous situations. And Brian Luna is a guy that has a family, a small business, a loving wife and kids. I want him in a 25.3 Fox or G-Body, whatever, that is so freaking safe that it's not even funny. In my opinion, the S550 is a badass car, but now you're playing a game that I think is not worth playing depending on the situation. Alejandro Flores, single guy. Well, I got a girl, but single guy. My head goes flying off the ship. Nobody's going to miss this. Maybe Tony. And that's it. When there's people responsible for you, a business, this and this and that, you got to kind of take a step back and go, what am I doing? And who am I doing it for? And, do I have the support of everyone who's important to me in this? Or are you just addicted to the speed? Let's be honest. How many guys have you seen build a badass race car, badass shit, have a badass business, and then they end up in divorce court? So this is the real talk of the car thing of the car game that most people aren't willing to talk about. Is okay, people that race and are at the top of their game, they really got to think about what they're doing, because anything can happen at any time, especially at those speeds. And why are you doing it? If you build motors for a living, I understand it. Race. If you build chassis for a living, I understand it. Race. If I'm like a baker or a home builder, I don't care. I'll build a hobby car that goes fast at a rental and then put some pump gas in it and bring it to Cars and Coffee and go, I got a 6-second car right here. You want to race it? Nah, I'm good. I just know that I built myself a 6-second car and I really have no reason to race it. Is there any drama with you and your friend that you brought the truck for? No, Jake? No. Jake and I are good. I told him the other day, I go, yo, you left me hanging on this truck. He's like, what do you mean I left you hanging? I'm like, you said get a truck. Let's get a kit. Let's promote. I said, sure. And then you just said, I'm not doing it. And then his tech quit to start his own thing. And then I'm like, so are we going to get a kit on the truck? And he's like, sure, I'll just have you work with that tech. You saw what happened there. The drama was definitely held back and nerfed, right? Would there be any way to put an ESS in S197 car, even if the car is tubed front? That's up to you. I'm sure you can. Ever notice how Cletus has zero drama on his channel? He is smart, and that's what I like about him. Okay. Just because you stomp drama down, JS here, just here 01, doesn't mean there isn't drama. You understand? You think there's no drama? Okay. Just curious, what do you think a stock bottom N53 Gen 3 can reliably handle? No, I don't care. LS guy just got baptized. Isaiah 45. People that love dirt also being hard on their cars and blowing motors up. By the way, Neighbor is the Ford best advertisement, and whoever built that motor knows what he's doing. Robert Kenny says, yeah, it literally came down to Pay George, a.k.a. Buenos Dias, wanted to take some time off. Jeremy had too many things going on, was pissed about the timing. Okay. Checking in late. No one is going to touch 6s unless they build an ad pet car. Right. Garrett took the opportunity and told George he could come on board. That sounds very interesting. Would it be safe fuel-wise on pump gas 700 horsepower with ID 1050Xs and a booster pump on a Gen 2 with a Vortec 3.6 pulley? You're playing with fire with pump gas. That's all I got to say about that. Brian Luna needs to put a 1212 for sale sign on that car right now. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Park it, Brian. You did it. That's my advice to Brian Luna. Park it. You got nothing to prove to anybody. Park it. Put MU52s in it. Pump gas. Take it to Cars and Coffee once in a while. Garrett and Jeremy just played nice because Jeremy is an adult who isn't into the drama. I get that. Then he's a bigger man than I am. Because if someone fucked me over, I hold that shit in forever until I can use it against you. I'm a vindictive motherfucker. To be the top dog, you have to sacrifice things. What are you willing to sacrifice? Yeah, no, that's really stupid. That's really stupid. Because what are you getting out of it? Top dog of what? Tell me, top dog of what exactly? Top dog of what? They literally both said that on both of their channels. Okay. 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 Then why did he balk at the fact that the YouTube stuff he said it was... Look. Maybe there's no drama, but based on his body language, there's some underlying things that bother him, I think. What do you mean no one's going to miss you? I look forward to the live videos weekly. Now, don't worry. You'll forget about me very quickly. You'll start watching your favorite YouTubers, and you'll say, man, I miss Alex's dumb shit. But, he was a bit of an asshole. Fuck that guy. I'm glad he's dead. Whatever. I understand when people... Look at Ken Block. Right? Ken Block passed, and people felt really sad about it. 3 days later, a 350Z was out at a Ken Block tribute meet, ran... And he ran over people. And right then and there, people were like back to normal. Glad to see Lund putting some work on the best Coyote tuner. Thank you very much. I mean, it's not me. I'm just some dickhead that talks shit. Alex, you have the super cool tuner. I don't. I sold that thing. So for stock bottom end stuff, Richard Holdner has done plenty big bang motors with nitros and turbos. There you go. Go to Richard Holdner. He's the guy. I wonder if Cletus told Junior, it'll be funny if he says something like, Garage Bill, Junior and I had an hour long conversation about his trip. They're fine over there, and Junior is such an adult. Like, he's very calm, and he's a calming influence, and he's not going to say skeedle deedle derp, but he did high five him. So a little bit of Cletus got into Junior, but the truck made good power. It tuned well, and done. See you later. But I don't know that there's anything else to be said. I think the channel does well. If you guys enjoy it, go enjoy it. But I'm not here to get intel on the stuff that they talked about. They talked about some stuff. I think Cletus was surprised the truck made really good power. I think they got to figure out some stuff with the turbo situation. And that's it. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm not here to talk shit about what Junior said. That's not my story to say. Good morning, bitch. Considering pulling the Tremec out of my Fox body, hanging a 400 under it, what are the limitations of relatively mild rebuilt 400? I mean, look, reed-cased 400s are in 2,300 horsepower cars. But if it has stock case, stock clutch, stock valve body, stock gear, I mean, look, you're going to be in the, 600 to 800 range before you have to start to worry. I know that JPC's transmissions, the kit they sell, have been behind 1,000 horsepower cars with not much of an issue. That's what what's his face is going with. One of the guys over in California. I told him to take the 6R80 out of there. If you're racing and you're pedaling the car in no prep, the last thing you want to pedal is a 6R80 car. You let off the gas, it's going to upshift. That's just how it is. It's the need for speed, Alex. It's an adrenaline. Stop. Shut up. Shut up. Like, stop. The most fun I ever had was with the red car. And the red car was an 11.2 car. I can drive to the track, do a burnout, release the trans brake, go up, go 11.2, idle the car, get back to the lanes, talk shit with my friends, go back. I can run that car for a fucking year if I want. That's fun. A 1,500 to 2,000 horsepower car that makes 3 licks, and then you have to start worrying about pressurizing the coolant, throwing a rod, needing aero. That car looked darty and scary down the track. And I get it. You know, you know, if people got the nuts to do it, cool. But Alejandro Flores, me, if I have a business and a lot of people are relying on me to stay alive, to run a business, good. Why do you think jockeys are in grudge cars? Expendable people, right? Hey, Pookie, yeah? Well, I need you to get in COVID-19 so you can race whatever. And you're like, bet. What I gotta do? Well, you sit in the car, right? You do burnout. You know how to do burnout? Yeah, I know how to do burnout. All right, you back it up. And you just, the moment you see yellow, motherfucker, you just let go of that bitch and then just do it. Okay, cool. Oh, shit, did a backflip. Oh, there's body parts everywhere. Shit, damn, we got to find ourselves another Pookie. Now, if a known person has an accident, it is devastating. Not to say that that person's life wasn't important, but you know what? There's jockeys in some of these G bodies that look like they wouldn't pass tech anywhere. Really would have thought you would have said the black car. We're talking about. That doesn't sound like a loyal thing to do. Start working for your friend, take a break, and then start working for the other friend. Junior looked like he was ready to get the hell out of there, says Mike J. This is my favorite YouTube channel aside from the Hodge twins. I would totally want to find a super cool tuner, not to use for anything except for my lawnmower wouldn't start. Is the Ruby Red 1314 still a plan for the future? What would you do to it? Shout out to Junior for looking at Garrett like he was tarded when Garrett put the trans in park before the roller stopped moving, says Robert Kenny. More fun than the black car? No, the black car was fun. Guys, look. You're taking me back down memory lane. The black car was the most fun I ever had. Ah, the black car. The black car was just... It's just so awesome. Just a nice little TVS car. Let me see. 18. Boy, I don't have a playlist on that videos. We got to go way back. Let's see popular. Is there videos popular? Sure, the black car. Why do so many Mustang owners crash? The weakest part of the Coyote motor. Why are those popular? Jesus, those are popular? Jeremiah Camp's car's popular. The transmission. Wow, it's weird what you guys watch. Like, I would have thought none of these were the most popular videos, but MST two-step FAQs and basic operation. That's on my black car. I want to see the mod nats. Let me see. Mod nats, run, mod nats, Alejandro. Oh, Jesus. Move this thing. Alejandro. Damn it. I don't even know how to spell my own name. Yeah, this car was a 1042 car. 1042 car at 133. And let me just see if shit goes flying everywhere. Yeah, this car was so fucking legit. Oh, Jesus. Listen to that thing launch. So, yeah. This car was so much fun. Check it out. And I had to let off because I couldn't brake out, you know? So I had to, like, hit the brake. People wonder why I did that. And then this guy that I raced, it was a breakout. So he took off and he had dialed in a way slower number. And once I didn't pass him, I knew I won because I went all out. And by the way, take note. Everybody, take note. Look at where my hand is. I see people with their hand up here and up here and up here when racing. And what happens is when you do the 1-2, the drop of the hand makes you go squirrely. But the reason I put my hand at the 7 o'clock position is so that when I shift, it doesn't pull on the steering wheel and get squirrely. Look at it. Nice and stable. Shout out to the people that have their hand up here, or up here. I know you're a non-driving motherfucker if you don't have your hand down here. Oh, what are you talking about, Alex? I've never had an issue. Shut the fuck up, stupid. I was talking to you. Good shit. Good times. Let's get back to the bottom. I remember the googly eyes you put in the black car. Definitely down 7 to 9 mile an hour on that slip. Definitely down 7 to 9 mile an hour per that slip and back split. Yeah, see, Wonder Racing. Shout out to Wonder Racing. By the way, he got my motor, and he's going to start taking video of the taking of. I want to just make sure you guys see the complete teardown of that motor. But yeah, Wonder Racing saw the slip on Lund Racing's slip and said, nah, that it's down like that. That should have been a 200 mile an hour pass. So something's wrong with the timing system at BMP, in my opinion. Black Cars, when I started watching, shout out to the OG. I go to you guys. Great show, Alex, and my sincere apologies to whom I offended. You didn't offend anybody. You know how many LS guys go in here and talk all that shit? Coyote skinny bitch, exactly. 11 and 14 are the perfect Mustang. It's like the modernized Fox body with potential that will beat 90% of what you can reasonably encounter. Yeah, I was slim thick back then. Y'all see that forearm muscle on the launch? Yo, I got some sledding to do. Be careful. That's where I put my hand when I race. You and I are friends, Alex. Right. I still with my knees not okay. Steer with my knees. Love the way you say stupid. I kind of had more fun with my MT82 running a second slower than my 400 because it made it so easy and not as wacky running down the track and ripping on the street. Need way more horsepower to make it fun. Look, a lot of people will say the opposite. A lot of people will say, well, you know, it's faster in a 400. Yeah, but you're not always racing in a 400. When I drive my GT500 with the 400, it's like I can spin at any time, and like when it's a stick, you can kind of have a little more fun in the middle of the pole, at the bottom of the pole, in between the gear shift. You can just have a little bit more fun. So it's one of those things where it's an experience thing, not a ET thing. Gosh, I'm trying to see if there's video of me in the black car at Palm Beach International Raceway. Let me see. Alejandro Flores, PBIR. Alejandro Flores, PBIR. Because I think I named it that way so that I could find it easy. Fast Shelby, me. I want to see if I can find the video of the in-car video of me racing at Palm Beach, and it went like 10-4, and the helmet went fucking flying, like flying. And it almost hit me. And I was like, wow, you could kind of see how hard the car was launching back then. Hush Money driven to the track, went 970s. Bias fly fronts. Yeah, I guess I don't have video of me in the black car at the track that I can find easily. So I'll probably find it and make clips out of it just so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, here we go. No, this is something else. Oh, whatever. I'll get to you guys. I don't want to scroll on my shit all the way. But we couldn't see your calves, right? Alex, you should reference the Thursday's live in regards to the combo to prevent cars from getting squirrely. Yeah, so if you guys go to Only Rears, at Only Rears on Instagram, I think you can see an example of what I've always been talking about. A lot of people buy the rear setup and have a drag radial on, and that's fine. But some people are still shoving bias ply rears with a stock 20-inch front and wonder why their car is swaying all over the place. I like the Viper video where the guy was out there racing on the Hoonigan stuff and literally lost control. It's because he has 20-inch front or 19-inch wide fronts and a bias ply rear and a stick car. Actually, I should see where his hand was placed. Man, let me go see it. Let's go see. Hoonigan. Viper? I want to see, because Hoonigan fucking, what do? They copyright strike the video. And I'm like, really, dude? Like, really? A little clip? So let me see if there's an in-car camera of his shifting. Okay. No, he's good. He's good. Bottom left. If you look at the video here, bottom left is where his hands are. Right here. So when he's shifting, let me go back 5 seconds. He's good. It's just look at the size of the front tire. Guys, look at the size of this fucking front tire. It is a huge, like a 285 or a 305. It's huge. And he's got bias ply rears. Bias ply rear, radial front is nothing but problems waiting to happen. So, want to make sure he's okay. People doing some dumb shit out there. I always go back and watch a video of you and Donnie doing a few runs in Mexico and going to Taco Bell afterwards to prove it. Is there any? Yeah, boy, that was fun, huh? Black car versus Donnie. I don't know. Maybe. Let me see. TVS stick versus TVS auto. Maybe that's the Donnie video comes up. Let me see. I gotta find that. TVS. The quick story of my TVS, Donnie. Yeah, the race between me and Donnie was great. Because it proved a lot of things. First of all, he was on a drag radial, I was on a bias ply, and I'm stick, he's auto, and I was even and maybe in front of his car. If someone could do me a favor, if somebody could find me that video and put a link on the chat, because it's a really great video to illustrate. He was 200 plus horsepower up on me. His car made 930 or like 900, and my car made like 680 or 700. And the fact that I was able to stay with him up until third gear was awesome. Yeah, I miss it. Forearm muscle not as big though. I saw a lot of only rears on 1320 vid. Actually never paid attention before. Swing in the wind, swing in the Corvettes, in the weeds. A memory lane episode in the Peasant chat, right? Gotta have skinny to soak up all the difference. Any tunes for Raptor available? I don't. Which Raptor? Like the new Raptor? Like the Raptor R? I don't think the Raptor R is gonna get tuning for a very long time. I think what's gonna happen is licensing. You're going to see Ford do this thing where they license tunes to companies, and that's like the only way that you're able to tune a brand new Mustang or Raptor or anything. Thank you. Manual VMP TVS Auto versus VMP TVS. There you go. Manual VMP Auto versus, I'll just do versus. Hopefully that's enough. Yep, there it is. Beautiful. Thank you guys. You guys are great people. So let's memory lane this bitch. Good times. We did some testing. We go to Mexico and we stop. Boom, and we go way the hell out there. So I did a little cleanup, and he did a big stupid silly burnout. And there's a little tiny patch of concrete on this bridge up here in Guadalajara. There, that's it.
Cracking.
That's the concrete.
At the bridge. Honk it off whenever you want, brother.
We are so stupid. I mean, we are so fucking stupid out there. The top of third into fourth, Donnie goes by me as if I'm not even. Gee! So let's say a car and a half. Remember, he has a 6R80 TVS car with drag radials. I have a 79 millimeter pulley E85 with bias plies. And if you go back to the beginning of the video, we talk about what he has versus what I have. That's one of those videos that is just so good, and no one cares. This bitch was bad, bro. My Ford Star, look at stock lug nut gang. It was very basic.
Fire, stick versus auto.
So there you go. Back when Donnie was working at Power by the Hour. So yeah, that's over. Haven't heard from him in 3 years. For wheels, I'm looking to get some Hoosier fronts. Everyone wants to hold the steering wheel like Vin Diesel. I'm a peasant, 35% Canada exchange. Poor damn Bronco Raptor, bro. We're not fucking with that shit at all. If I put R888s on my stock rears, am I a cleatard? No. If they're on your stock rears, they're fine. I came up in the feed yesterday. You speaking that dude in the twin turbo Viper in the VMP. Yeah, that video was embarrassing. I hated everything about that video because I had to act for them, and I'm like, I'm here to represent. So they went to Streetcar Takeover Orlando. Chris Diaz was supposed to race the truck. He wasn't comfortable racing the truck. I'm home in West Palm. And they're like, yo, can you come up here and race the truck? And I'm like, bro, what? But I was a company guy. I wanted to represent the company. So my stupid ass went up there. And 1320 was up there. Cletus was up there. And that guy with the twin turbo Viper was up there. And they're like, oh, he got beat by a truck last year. So you want to race the truck? So I told the guy, hey, what do you want? Do you want like me, or do you want me to be a little jazzed up? And he's like, dude, yeah, give me a little something. And I'm like, ugh. So yeah, that's not a good memory. Alex, I just installed Catless. Boy, you're a psycho. Texas Speed Headers. How he just implicated a company. On my 17 GT, my AFR is bouncing up and down like crazy. What do I look for? Whoever your tuner is, send the log to your tuner and have him look at the log, not you. No offense. Aftermarket shifter in the black car. Yes, Barton Hybrid 3 body mount on the S197. Good times. Out of everything on that car, you're worried about the shifter. It was such a dialed in combo. T56 Magnum XL, Magnum twin disc, Cerametallic, VMP TVS, 79mm pulley, PMAS DD149, D-Torque 95 injectors, 410 gears, stock axle, stock diff. That car was a 10-1 car, and when it was all said and done. Then I sold it to somebody that promptly, I don't know, Paul Monaco had it for a bit, some Asian kid had it in Jersey, then some other guy had it, made it a twin turbo, dumb shit, and I'm like, bro, it's over. Could you explain IMRC lockouts on a 2018 ported manifold? Yes, the IMRCs are locked in an open position. Ta-da! EPA on the way. SWAT will be at his home shortly. Isn't VMP somewhere in Daytona? Were you making that drive every day for work? No. What would happen is BJ McCarty hit me up when the Lund Racing thing went away for the first time. That's a good story. One day that whole story has to be told. How that went away. My time at VMP. Oh, there's so much shit I'm not saying. And how it all went down. But I can say that BJ McCarty, who I owe a lot to, because he literally got me out of the gutter in that situation. I was literally gonna go bankrupt before he called, and VMP allowed me not to go bankrupt, but they kept me poor for a very long time. So he hit me up and he said, look, man, you want to work for us? I'm like, you guys are in Deltona, not Daytona, Deltona, or New Smyrna Beach. And he's like, I was like, I'm not going to move to New Smyrna Beach. He goes, no. Just come here a couple times a week and we give you a laptop and you can work remotely. And I went, that's good. So I would drive up Monday morning, stay overnight, and drive back Tuesday night. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I would work from home. Did I see a Kirky? No, it wasn't a Kirky. It was like an NRG Gacy. You put your cars together so well. Always loved the black car. Would you ever want to duplicate that setup one day? Abso-freaking-lutely. Have you ever heard of any new information about your old Fox? Nothing. Donnie's going to have to swap rolling up, right? I have an E85 R-Tune. Really worth it on an NA Gen 2? Yeah, Parker. So the E85 R-Tune, let's say you have a flex tune and you get it to learn 85% ethanol. At peak, it's going to make the same exact power as the E85 R-Tune. Same exact power. But if it's an auto, we can shove in the timing earlier with a dedicated E85 R-Tune because it is dedicated. We don't shove timing in on the flex because let's say you have a flex tune and we're shoving timing in early. And let's say you put pump gas in it. Well, it's going to want to see that timing early and the knock sensors are going to hate life. But if you have a dedicated E85 R-Tune in it, we can shove the timing in early and it'll say the same peak timing as a flex tune with the E85, but it'll perform better because we're shoving in the timing earlier than over the flex tune. Open the hotel motel VMP got you outside and you outside. Yeah, open the hotel motel VMP got you and you outside. Were you going to give a GT500 update? No. Like, guys, if there's an update, don't you think I would give you one? Like, don't you think I'd give you an update if there was an update? Keith has the motor. Keith is tearing it down. Keith is going to finish the video eventually whenever he gets to it. I am not going to rush him. And then I'll give you an update on what's happening. One thing I will show you that I think it's interesting. So when you install ATI balancers, you should hone them. Like, honing is a thing. So what's your email? I want to send. Oh, Keith Ray. Oh, okay. Oh, Dropbox. Okay, so I'm gonna give him my email. I'm gonna for life at Gmail. Gmail. So he's going to send me Dropbox links. Beautiful. So when you install an ATI balancer, honing is like a thing. Well, when he removed my balancer on the GT500, he's like, yeah, this definitely was not honed. Look at that. It looks like it was beat in with a dead blow hammer, and it caused material to drag in the balancer. So when Keith pulled it apart, again, Keith didn't build the motor the first time. So when Keith pulled it apart, it dragged that material out. So luckily, now the car is in the hands of Keith Ray, competent engine builder. So he's going to go ahead and hone it, polish it up nicely, make sure that the fitment and the tolerances are proper. But I am so happy because he's probably going to find some stuff in there that it will be interesting, and I want to bring you guys that. So if Keith decides to tear the motor down, and let's say he does it tomorrow or the day after, I will compile those clips, put them together based on his description, and give you an update as to what he found out with the motor. Send the link for the PBIR run. Send the link for your PBIR run. Thank you, Instagram. Instagram.com. He sent me a link. JD Swag, Mr. Mandeep Singh. I love his name. Mandeep. Messages. Watch it not be there, because for it's weird. Like online, like, yeah, it doesn't show up. And I bet you that on the phone it does. So on the computer, Instagram just doesn't work. Like, it literally doesn't work. Nope, you didn't send me nothing unless you sent it on email. Nope, I don't see anything, brother. Sorry, JD, but I don't see anything in email or anything at all that you sent me. So apologize. So we'll be ending the show. If there was an update, there'd be a dedicated video, big homie, to make money, right? Right. Like, you guys want me to update you on a live stream when I could actually milk that a little bit? My brother's considering 11 to 14 GT500 over an S550 as a daily and doesn't believe me that it's dumb. It's very dumb. It's super stupid. A GT500 over an S550 as a daily is dumb. S550 is a way better daily. Senior mentioned not getting tuned until it was boosted. So what do you suggest? What are we talking about? A Braptor? Black car is my favorite as well. Do you recommend a Lund boost box? Do we even sell them? I think we're out of stock, and I don't think they're ever going to get redone, because that's another, oh my God, if I told you how many times Lund got hosed on business shit like that, bro. Oh no, show's ending soon. What am I going to do? Now watch my kids. Sorry, I'm late, King bitch up. I'll restart once. It says email, Alex. Dude, I didn't get any email. I didn't get anything on email. Let me go. So I want to share that video. We'll end the video with, we'll end the live stream with a little PBIR action with the helmet flying, almost hit me in the face. Because I had to borrow a helmet. Here we go. So I had to borrow a helmet to go to Palm Beach International Raceway. Let me see. Can I watch this on YouTube? Yeah, I want to watch it on YouTube. I don't want to watch it on email. Okay, let's... Oh my God, it's taking forever. Let me driving. Where's the in-car video of me almost dying? Here we go. Why is this video super slow? It's weird. So I had an extra helmet. I don't know why I borrowed a helmet. This helmet looks like a piece of shit. 1970s GSXR, rider helmet. And it was sitting there. I think it was Donnie's helmet. And I have no seat, right? I'm doing totally, very Puerto Rican shit, because I was prepping the car to go to ModNat. So this is a NRG seat. I'm way too big for it. And look at the helmet fly up and almost smash my shit. Wow, look at dirty windows. Jesus Christ, Alex. By the way, 6,000 RPM leave. I repeat, 6,000 RPM leave. I always duck my head as if, like, I don't know why I duck my head, but every time I launch the car, I duck my head as if I'm going to, get under the scoreboard quicker. It's just like a weird tick I have. Look at that shit again. That was great. Man, I'm a really good driver. Why is this so slow? Wow, it's processing slow as shit. There's Steve Gels before he moved to North Carolina and then moved back. I'm surprised he didn't have camouflage pants on. Again, guys, 6,000 RPM shifts coming at you. Oh, good times. And then there was a run, an in-car run here. This was also, I think, 6,000 RPMs because I'm a man. Oh, it spun there. Yeah, piece of shit. The track was junk. Did I go again? There it is. I was in the right lane this time. There we go. Oh, junk again. What the fuck? Commercials? What the hell is this? Did I... All right, we're done. Fuck this. I'm not going to watch some stupid fucking Yellowstone commercial, whatever the fuck they're trying to show me. I thought I have oh, that's why I'm logged in under another YouTube account. Gay shit. All right, let me get out of here. We talked a lot about Brian Luna's record 6-second runs, quickest, fastest IRS, quickest, fastest stock ECU. S550. So congrats to him, Aldo, and all the crew. The guys did really good. Lund Racing went the next day down to Bradenton Motorsports Park and set a 6R80 record going 7.0, 190. But I think it's closer to 197 and 198. I think the boards weren't reading properly, but I think we're gonna get a 6-second run the next time we go out there and mess with the roll bar a little bit, because on the wheelie it was pulling a decent amount of boost to have some wheelie control. So hopefully we can go ahead and get that all settled. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll be back on Tuesday talking shit. Today I'm gonna work on the white car, the Corvette. I'm gonna work on literally every car. And I would be normally making video, but I can't because I have to wrench on cars all day. Have a good rest of your Sunday. I'll see you guys Tuesday, 8 p.m. for talking shit. And then we'll get after it then. We'll see what happens between now and then. Have a good rest of your Sunday. See you guys later. Bye.